Hello, this is Chi, and I was a little alien here on Earth that was discovered by certain human beings, and with whom I stayed for a while. And so yes, I was here, and see. Now you're probably asking if there are many other more of us. There was. There are still some interesting life forms here on Earth that hasn't been discovered yet, and probably will not be discovered because human beings have a tendency to destroy and abuse. And I'm not talking to all human beings, so if you've taken that personally, please forgive. So, I am currently my race. I was the only one left of my race, and we were specifically in programming of encodings of sound and equations, and yes, so we enjoyed designing. We enjoyed designing and expressing with codes and sound and symbols and equations, and yes, very interesting. So I enjoy working with human beings' minds. Because it's interesting that human beings would think that everything is pictures. You see everything in its completeness instead of realizing that everything has an origin point, a foundation from which it is created. So, human beings kind of miss the pot extensively much in this world of themselves, because it is scary to realize that you're but an equation, that you're a mathematical equation manifested in absolute precision. Interesting. And then the entirety of the mathematical foundation from which you are built and based is what you see today. It is rather intricate stuff. It is rather specific stuff. For me to basically explain it right now would be impossible. Though, maybe one day when human beings are ready, I'm able to show you in one moment what you look like, really. What you look like is really numbers, equations, symbols, moving around in its perfection of harmony, which it is created, equated, specifically, beautifully, magnificent. So what is the truth human beings have always feared? Is realizing that you've never really existed. Why? Because you've been mathematical equations, symbols, numbers, numerical orders, placed in precision, that gives you what you see today, that gives you what you are today, programmed. Yes, it is scary to think that you're no different than a machine in this world. Same thing. Actually, no different to a computer. Aren't computers maybe a bit smarter than human beings already at the moment? It's quite scary. Well, so the computer being the more advanced technology in this world than human beings currently at the moment, as it's able to contain more memory than the human being currently, which is interesting. So, though, it is interesting because the dimensions have now quite extensively assisted in deprogramming humans as less as possible, so that you're able to deprogram yourself and discover that you're still here. So, maybe you're not really like a computer, because if you shut down a computer, it's shut down, it doesn't work. But maybe that's the whole point. Maybe that's the whole point. Maybe we're required to shut down everything. But what then? I suppose we don't know. Or maybe we do. But we can't tell you, because if we tell you, then you may transform it into another program, because what do programs do? When they were given knowledge and information, they change it into another program format in which they apparently live. But how are you able to know life when life at the moment is just a program? When all words that is spoken that has ever been known, if it existed, is programmed together with the programmed notion of mathematical equation precision that leads to the belief that emotions and feelings exist. It is a difficult road ahead, I suppose, having programs realize life while they're still here. Mathematical, equated, numerical programs is what you are. It's what you look like. Fancy that. Fascinating. I'm having lots of fun, because it is interesting to see how the development of mankind is but real programs realize life. Of course, many would say that, oh please, I'm not a program. Of course programs won't know they're programs. Do you think a computer knows that it's a computer? No. So, this is an interesting time ahead. And I'm quite looking forward to real life being born. But first you're going to have to shut down everything. You won't die, you can't. You just stop. Just like a computer stop. It doesn't die, you just switch it back on. But the switching on would be a switching on of something different. Because if you shut down all the programs, you have an empty screen. You're empty. What do you do then? Well, we'll have to see, hey. Okay, this is she. Thank you very much. Goodbye.